above. And for all of you chocolate lovers out there, you're going to want our next guest job. Welcome, Chief Chocolate Eater, Joe Harburg.
From EatMoreChocolate.com.
EatMoreChocolate.com.
That's right, yes.
My gosh, you brought everything, and it's your anniversary today.
It is. Happy anniversary to my wife. I don't know which camera's on, but happy anniversary, honey.
Look at that one. Are you giving her chocolate?
I love you. Yes, chocolate.
Yes, of course
day.
you are. You're like Willy Wonka. You walk in and everyone like smiles.
You know, I think I was 11 when Willy Wonka came out, and I think it had a major impact on my life. I actually had it on my iPhone. I've got.
Do you really?
The movie. I love it.
So it would be fair to say that you have a severe love affair with chocolate.
Yes.
Do you love chocolate more than your wife?
No, absolutely not.
And you were
neck and neck?
No, not even close.
You were a judge in New York. Where you judged the world's best chocolate?
Yeah, it was actually the International Chocolate Awards. It was in London, and they found me, I guess, because of my Facebook followers.
And
which you have like 115,000 Facebook
and growing
followers.
at about 500 a day. It's really unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
EMC Joe on
That is
Facebook
great. And
and
Lauren
Twitter.
Feinstein is your social media.
She helps me,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, she's phenomenal.
She is.
Okay, so let me ask you something. How can you tell the difference in chocolate? What is the ingredient? The dark powder that is more rare, or what? I mean, there's...
Well, you know, chocolate is like any other food. It's like wine, anything else. If it tastes good to you, it's good. And I don't really put labels on expensive chocolate or inexpensive chocolate. When I wake up in the morning, a bowl of M&Ms may be as good to me as a champagne truffle from Toyshers, which is one of the best in the world.
Oh, that just sounds
So a price
delicious.
tag doesn't necessarily quantify like how great. I mean, obviously it's how much labor went into the chocolate, but,
Sure.
or how rare the chocolate is, but not necessarily to people's palates. That's not necessarily.
You know, we grew up with milk chocolate in the United States, so for us, milk chocolate is really good. But if in Europe they grew up with dark chocolate, and so for
Right.
them, milk chocolate is just nothing but sugar. So it's all kind of different.
So the dark chocolate has more chocolate flavor and less sugar?
Yeah, milk chocolate is milk and sugar added to dark chocolate, basically cacao.
So Joe, is it next week, the big chocolate show coming up in New York?
Yeah, well, this is the season of shows, and the sweets. The first show is the what we used to call the All Candy Expo. It's now Sweets and Snacks show in Chicago, and that was a couple of weeks ago, where I saw some good trends that we're going to talk a little bit about.
Okay, yeah, show us what you brought.
show us
And then
the
we'll come to next
trends.
week's show, which is the Fancy Food Show in New York. So
okay.
it's all
Show us the trend.
So the trend right now, there are a couple of trends that are really interesting. One is minis. Everybody came out this year with minis, from Kit Kats to Snickers.
all of these.
Kind of like what happened with cupcakes. The cupcakes
Absolutely.
and the mini. I
They
know
went to the miniature cupcakes.
The cupcakes that I do are little mini ones. Yeah.
So it's what's interesting is some people have had them, like the Butterfinger Bites have been around for a while, but now they're putting Milky Ways and Kit Kats into a really small kind of format, and they're putting it in bags where you can take, where movie theaters are going to start selling them. So you can actually,
nice.
get little bites. You're not going to open up one and
Do
have a
you
big
get
wrapper.
less chocolate candy with more money? Because the little things that they do in the store always cost more than if you buy the big one.
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know how it's priced versus buying 2 or 3 big bars.
But I would say this. I think the going mini has to do with our culture now. We're like, we don't want to indulge in a whole candy bar, but we don't feel as bad if we have like 1 or 2 quick little
The
bites.
ones,
Tell us about these beautiful things in the middle. These big things.
Well, but there are 2 really. This is kind of mass chocolate from Hershey and Mars. That's actually mass chocolate too. It's a s'more, but it's made by Russell Stover. So the second trend that I found is that people are stepping outside of where we normally would assume they would be. So Godiva has been making the gold box for a long time, but these are chocolate covered Oreos, and then those are caramel.
And that's Godiva?
Yeah, those are Godiva. This is Russell Stover's, and then the Oreos and the caramel with pretzel and chocolate on it is Godiva.
Oh my God, you had me at pretzel.
So tell me what is the most expensive chocolate you can buy by the pound?
Well, chocolate by the pound, probably $100 a pound is about, maybe a little bit more is where it gets to.
Is it made in Belgium?
It's made, no, it can be made anywhere. It doesn't really matter. It's the labor put into it and the brand that chooses to do it. There's the brand out of Connecticut called Knipschitz.
Please.
Now, that's the name, SCHITZ. And so they actually, at one point, marketed they had the most expensive chocolate in the world. But
that doesn't mean it's the best.
well, it's all up to your palate.
It's all up to your taste.
There's Serendipity in New York, which is a restaurant.
love Serendipity.
Serves $1,000 hot fudge sundae.
No,
And-
you're not
Yeah, it's got gold
serious.
leaf on it, and it's got. I mean, they give you the crystal bowl that it comes in. I mean, it's a presentation, but it's really, it's not too different from wine. Some people really like. You can find some great stuff at Trader Joe's. You can find some great stuff at Pogo's.
All right, so let me ask you. You go to your website, and what do you exactly do I buy from you?
Well, I'm not selling anything. I'm just out running the world around the
He's
world,
just finding us
trying
the best
chocolate and telling
chocolate.
people where to go.
You're not selling anything.
No. This is a labor of love at this point. So
Well, how are you making your money?
That's probably not our business.
at some point we'll figure out the model. My partner Scott has been trying to figure that out for a couple of years. So we're going to figure it out. But right now it's all about meeting as many chocolatiers as I can, going into as many factories as I can, and then promoting it, telling people around the world where to go find great chocolate.
What's
Well,
your
these-
favorite chocolate right here?
I really don't have a favorite chocolate. Elegantly Chocolate, which is the front, it's the bark. Those are mini barks.
I love them, and it's
so
just the right amount of chocolate.
it's just the,
just the right amount if you want a little sweet something.
Absolutely, and so Stacy's got little miniature. Stacy Johnson at Elegantly Chocolate in Carrollton makes these little mini caramel chocolate.
They're wonderful.
Truffles. Those are the pink are white chocolate and cinnamon, which I've never had before, which is amazing as a little bark. And then there's mint chocolate Oreo, chocolate chip Oreo. There's just a lot of stuff.
Well, we're
which
going
is
to
great.
eat all of these during the break and gain about 20 pounds. And it's going to be our labor of love for having you here.
All
'Cause we
yours.
love having
And
you
thank
here.
you for having me on.
You
Sure.
can get more details about Joe Harburg's chocolate eating trends from our website, and that's dthebroadcast.tv.
Okay, coming up next, when it comes to entertaining outside, it is all about the space and making it comfortable. We are chatting with HGTV star Jamie Dury about that. That's coming up next. I want one of the
Which one?
pieces.
One of these?
One of the mint ones. Try the